My name is Ali Shokri, and today I will be introducing ArCode, which is a tool that you can use to correctly implement architectural patterns and tactics, and in general, architectural concerns. So nowadays, programmers use APIs of frameworks to implement these concerns, and they do not invent the wheel from scratch. So uh, that's the reason that ArCode focuses on learning how APIs of these frameworks should be correctly used in a program to address those concerns. Um, the first step for you will be to go into the website of ArCode, which is github.com/softwaredesignlab/arcode. You may find instructions on how to install, build, and use ArCode in this website. And I'm gonna quickly go over what you need to know. So there are a couple of folders here, the data repository that you can use, the frameworks, the implementation of the code, and a user guide that you can take a look at it. I would say the first and the easiest step would be to go into the releases part and download the jar file of our code, which is currently is built and uploaded, and you can easily use it. Once you use this jar file, you can easily run the code. So I've downloaded here. As you can see, I have the data repository, frameworks, the jar file. One more thing that you need is the Jazz Java exclusions file. This file introduces those packages that ArCode does not need to take a look at them, go inside them, and consider them while creating the API usages. So this file also is included in the all the files that are provided. So in the website, you can find out that what are the properties that you need to provide while running the code from command line. I already have written them. So when you run the code, first it creates the IFD model or inter-framework dependency model for the framework of interest. In our case, we are focusing on Jazz, so it creates the IFD for Jazz. Then it starts analyzing train projects and creating grams for each of those programs and projects. If you don't know what gram is or what IFD is and so on and so forth, I encourage you to again go to the website and let me see, where is the paper. So we have the link to the paper here. Please take a look at the paper if you're interested. Get in touch with us. We will be happy to get back to you if you have any questions or concerns. All the terms that I'm going to use in this introduction are defined in this paper, like grams, primary API usage graphs, IFD model, FSpec, and so on. Now, let's get back to the tool. So it runs and generates all the grams and so on. And then when it generated the grams for train projects, it creates the framework API specification, which is FSpec. And using that, it will be able to generate recommendations for API misusages and other kind of recommendations that are needed in programs that are misusing APIs, or a program that is partially written and needs APIs to be completed. So it might take a while. I have another command line which I already run the code and it generates the results. So the results for projects, the test projects, are here. For example, in the case that we have a misusage in a program, it generates some recommendations. Now, it generates the original gram of the program in the in the type of or in the form of a dot graph. To visualize that, you can go to this website, webgraphwiz.com. There are other websites that you can go and visualize the graph. So it basically says that there is a instantiation of callback handler, instantiation of login context, and calling logout and get subject method in that specific project or program, but the call to login method is missed over here. So ArCode provides a bunch of recommendations that, for example, the first recommendation is, as you can see, is calling the login method before calling logout and get subject in the program. I hope you work with this tool and enjoy it, and please leave comments, get in touch with us, and let us know what you think.